Jesus, this is just a recap on one thing. Someone just rang me. It's a new age. It's not like the old days. Like women, you have cost yourself this. Feminism is to blame for this. Like you took away the roles. Like men are leaders, and women you're meant to follow a man. Sorry, but that's the truth. So if you want a man to give you money in this new age, you're gonna have to give something for that money. It's an exchange. Whether you like it or not, and just say, "Oh, I just need money. I am the table." No, you're not the table. Get that shit out of your head. Seriously, get your head out your ass. You're not the table. You want money, you give something for that exchangement. It's the new age. Too bad. You just wanted it this way, women. So you're just gonna have to. You like. This is not me being nasty or anything. This is me just being truthful and honest. All you women are escorts until you act traditional. You're all escorts. You're asking for money. So if you're asking for money, you better be given something. You're not doing the traditional way. The traditional way, right? Men used to take women on picnics, walks, coffees, um, yeah, going to the beach, like stuff that costs nothing. It was a way to show a woman, I want to take you here, go for a walk, and talk to you. It's not. It was, and that's how you find out if a woman is in it for love or materials. So today, it's not about love; it's about materials. So you're like, okay, if you want money, you're going to give something up. And what is that thing? Well, most men are going to want sex because most men want kids because that's the whole point of a man is to have his lineage continue. So you think it's men just wanting pleasure and sex? No, men want babies because they want their lineage to continue. It's not about pleasure or sex. It's about making babies. That's the concept. Men want to make babies for their bloodline to continue, and you're meant to bear the children. That was the role, the purpose, whatever you want to make it, but that's what it is. So women, if you want money, you're gonna have to give it up. And all these people saying, "Oh, you're giving money." You know how hard it is for any man, unless they are Chad or Tyrone and are absolutely a hunky guy. You're paying for it, dude. Like even Jay Z, I guarantee you, Jay Z is giving Beyonce something for her to be with him because he ain't a very good looking dude. And she could definitely get the hottest guy ever. Like she is a pretty good looking woman. Like anyone can, you all want to lie and say, "Oh no, Beyonce is a very attractive woman." That's why she's got that position because Kelly Rowlands is a better singer. Kelly Rowlands is a way better entertainer and singer than Beyonce. But Beyonce, because she's very attractive, she got that spot. She didn't get it on her being the best singer because Kelly Rowlands was better than her, and I don't care what anybody says. So but she's just very attractive. That's why she got that spot. And Jay Z, he's probably hung like a horse because he ain't good looking, and his physical stature is dog shit. Like the guy's got no shoulders. Like she's not going out with him because he's a Superman man. I cannot see that. It's on his status, and he's with her because of her status. Like she's making him the icon he is now. Because there's no, I don't even listen to his rap music. I've been listening to rap music since I was 10 years old, and I'm not interested in Jay Z. His rap doesn't interest me one bit. So and then you got like Ye. Ye's another example of it. Like he went with Kim Kardashian. Guarantee you he was forking out money for her. So all these people can say whatever they want, but you want something out of it. And that's why Yago McKay go, "All right, I'll give you this. You're giving me this." And and she tried to make out that she was the better one than he. No, she is just as to blame for everything that is going on with her and his relationship. It's not just his fault. She's just as much to blame. Every relationship, both parties are just to blame for the bullshit, not just one. That's not how it works because you have to, for something to happen, you have to have a back and forth. It's just common sense, logic. Um, so all this shit about I'm the big dog and that, and you go on, you're paying no matter what. Like most men are paying for women. I would say a majority of men are paying women. I don't think there isn't a man who isn't paying for a woman because you have to because they're just sorry women you're bloodsuckers. You can't function without men. It's just whatever you do, there's a man who's in charge of that you're running for. Like any business in this place, the hierarchy of that business for your business to be able to operate in our countries has to go through the guidelines and laws of man. So whether you women want to keep putting on this persona, boss bitch, blah blah blah, women this, women that, I'm sorry, but when you go up to the top of the patriarchy, men have to run it because we've seen what happens when women try and run something like the patriarchy. It collapses. Like most of the countries that have been run by women, you can see the aftermath of it. You need men in charge because we know we have to make the calls that people aren't going to agree with, but they have to be made. That's why men are put into their positions because they know what the decisions might not be liked, but they're probably the most correct decisions, and that's what men have to do. That's our operation, that's our role, that's what we've been created to do. So if well, I'm sick of hearing men, oh, don't do this. All men are paying for women, and all women will tell you that all men are paying for them. But we're going to have to change the rules, man. If you're going to fork out your own freaking money, get something out of it. And you don't give any money until you're confirmed you're getting something from it. No snaky games, none of that. It's just you want money, okay? And they're going to say, well, that's it. And they'll say that I'll play all that things like I've heard Christian women try and say, oh, you're just that's not very Christian. I'm like, you want me to give you money? That's called blackmail. You're saying you have to take me on a date. You have to spend this money. That is blackmail. That is bribing somebody. That is a sin too. So you people need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. So all these women coming out like, oh, I'm a Christian. You have to take me on a date and do this. I'm like, you're trying to bribe me. That's a sin too. Do you know that? Do you understand that? Do you understand that God has figured out every sin and what you're doing is blackmail? That's a sin. You're saying to another human being, you have to do this or you're not this. That's blackmail. That's a sin. So I'm telling men, if women want you to take them to a fancy dinner, say, look, if you want this, you got to give something. And they'll be like, what? Well, this is not continuing. I don't care about your little feminist BS. You're trying to blackmail me and bribe me to take you to a dinner for what? Because the media and everything say it's what a man should do is to be bribed to take a woman out because she's a woman. That's bribery, blackmail. So I don't care what the media and if you're a date, right? A date, you don't even have to spend money to go on a date. All right. Have you ever heard of making sandwiches? And taking a picnic basket down to the park or something, or beach and sitting there and having a conversation. That's what we were brought up with as kids. Getting an ice cream or just sitting down and chatting to know each other. These days, women have got this idea. No, no, that's not good enough. You have to take me into a 5-star restaurant, spend $200 on food that costs $20. Yeah, I'm serious. Like this food that these chefs are cooking, and they're saying, "Oh, this is $100 meal." Bullshit. It's probably worth about $30. Like all that meat and everything. Yeah, it's about probably worth about $30. Like if you go to a proper, like you can go to a butcher, get proper grass fed meat. You what? And it's one bit. And depending on what it is, like $30, $40. And what, then you're mixing a bit of sauces and that with it. So you're looking at about $50 and they're charging like 100 and something bucks as some shit meal. And the women are like, well, you spend the money. Yeah, we just wasted our money on food that you could have made at home. Cheaper and probably better. The way you like eating it. So I mean I cook I like cooking at home. I hate going out. It's like the most of the time, unless it's the best chef in the world, they normally don't know how to cook your food. Because I'm a well done person. I don't like blood. I can't eat it. I'm not a vampire. You know, see fangs in my teeth. I don't drink blood. My food has to be cooked all the way through. And people think, oh, that's not a dude. I'm not a vampire. You don't see. I'm not sleeping in the day and then walking at night. No, I'm not a vampire. You want to have your rare, medium rare, you go ahead. To me, it tastes like shit. It's rubbery. And I thought, well, you'll burn it. No, I know how to cook well done food. So it as soon as you put the knife on it, it slices straight through. I learned how to cook properly. Yeah. It's like when someone, no, that's wrong. And I go, I'll show you how to cook a meal. Don't just leave it there and let it cook so it does burn. You watch it cook. If you want to have a good tasting, um, well done steak or chicken or whatever it is, you watch it cook. But chicken, you don't have. Chicken, you can only have well done. If you're having chicken not well done, you're getting sick. You're probably getting salmonella or something. You have to cook chicken all the way through. I wouldn't. I don't eat pork because I found out that most pork has bacteria and stuff in it that's just not for you, and they still haven't figured out how to get rid of it. No matter what, because of a pig's lifestyle, it gets these bacteria that stays in the meat, and it's far. It's yeah. I used to love bacon and that, but then when I read up on the bacteria, and this has nothing to do with religion or anything. If you find out what bacteria is in pork, until they can figure out how to get rid of it, I'm not eating it. Um, because of the way pigs are. Like you'd say, well, what about cows? They don't live the same. Animals aren't all the same in their way of living. Pigs are filthy. Like they're a dirty animal. Um, whereas um, so yeah, but I just prefer making my own because every now and then I like pizza. I like Domino's. Most people, oh, Domino's shit. I'm going, well, whoopie do. I'm not a pizza maker. God, I eat the typical Australian snacks and stuff like that. But we're not living in a world anymore where it's the old way. That's gone. The old way of relationships is gone. Like people didn't used to talk about money when they were going on dates. Like you had the real snobby women who did that, and men chased them, and it was just like she can be as good looking as you want, but if she's just going to be like that, there's no point. You know, you spend all this money, and she may want to give you children, mate, and she'll ration it out to you, and you'll be the most miserable man to ever walk. Where is if you're going to give money and the woman goes, yeah, I understand you're giving me money. Oh, you can have whatever you want. That's fine. She knows what it is. She's, and you know what it is. But these men who were just giving women money, get nothing out of it, like, you're idiots. You're idiots. Like, get something out of it. If you're going to waste your money, get something out of it. I mean, you shouldn't waste your money, but we're all men. We've all done it. All men can say what they want, but some men have gone stupid over women. They're women. But you got to make sure you know the beast. If you're going to give them something, make sure you get something. Play the game. Say, all right, okay, you want that? Well, you're giving me this. And if they go, no, wouldn't you say, I'm not giving you money? Simple. Oh, and so, well, you want this, right? You want all of this. You're giving me this for that. Too bad. Oh, well, that's I'm going. We're not doing love, right? You want money, so go chuck love over the cliff, let it fall down into the abyss, because that's not happening here. You want materials, so I'm going to get something out of you wanting materials. I'm going to play the game, and people look at it and go, "No, no, that's what it is. This is not for love. None of this is for love. This you've got to take me to dinners and that. That's not for love. That's. Uh, I would. You have to take me to a fancy dinner. No. I remember when I was married and my wife, she paid for dinners. She even, like, even my birthday, took me out to this mad restaurant and bought cakes and everything. And I'm like, where do these women come from? I'm like, this is weird. Like, women who are nice to me are weird because you don't expect it. You're just like, where's this come from? And, and I spent money on it because she was my wife, but she spent money on me. And it wasn't my money, it was her money. She used to buy me shoes and shirts and cook for me, clean for me, everything. And it was just like, but like I used to help her with hanging out clothes on the line because she was a short ass. Um, but she not like these women today. They just, okay, you want, she was like, okay, you give me money, I'm going to do all the woman stuff, cook, clean, all that. And I was just like, yep. And she had money. She had more money than me. But she used to buy me shoes and all this shit. And I'd be like, okay. And so I married her, and she was good. And then she wasn't allowed back in the country because she was Chinese and not illegal. She was legal, so they said, "Okay, you've got to go home." And I was like, they wanted, what was it at that time? It was like 7 grand. Um, that's just the government saying you have to give us money for her to be your wife. So either way, it wouldn't matter if we were married or not. She was not my wife because the government said so. So you can be illegal and come to my country, get all the benefits and that. But if you come here legally and they decide, oh no, you can't have your relationship. She tried to come back. She got done for identity fraud because she wanted to come back to Australia. She wanted to be here, not in China, and Australia denied it. But if she had told me before she left China that I needed to give 7 grand to the corrupt government so she could stay here, she would have stayed here. But that's what happens. But it's funny now. But it's funny as when you see the Labor Party are in the pockets of China, but they still won't let Chinese people into the country. You do know that, don't you? They talk all this shit about Chinese people, Asian people, black people, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't suit their agenda, they won't let you in the country. Like, they do it for an agenda. Illegal immigrants, they bring to the country for an agenda. It's not about them being caring about people. It's all agenda based for votes. Because I guarantee you, if people from China are coming from China, they're not voting Labor. They're not voting Liberal. They're not voting Greens. Most of them people from China probably vote One Nation. You want to know why? Because they want people who care about their country. They want people who care about democracy and freedom of speech. That's why they come to Australia, because they want to get away from the CCP. And Labor and Liberals and the Greens are trying to make this country into China. And the Chinese are like, we're getting away from that, and you're trying to turn it into what we're getting away from. Like, can you see all the Labor ones that they're brainwashed, sitting there going to Asians and like, these Asians would not be a part of that. They're in Australia because they don't want to be in China. Why would they want to go back to the same thing that to make it like China? Like that'd be defeat the purpose of leaving China in the first place. Like that's why a lot of Chinese people are here because they don't want to be in China. They want to be in a peaceful country. You know, they've been here for a long, long time. The Chinese, and you don't see much of like you only know they're here because there's a lot of them, but you don't hear much of them because they're good people. That's just the way they are. You don't hear much of the Chinese. You might see a lot of them, but they're too busy. They're very busy people. But the reason they're in Australia is because they don't want to be in China. But the Labor Liberals and the Greens, they're trying to make this place into China. And the Chinese would be going, well, what are you doing? Like, we come here to get away from that, and you're trying to bring it here. Like, it makes no sense. Like, and all these white people get on trying to suck up to the Asians. And it's like they don't want you to suck up. They want you to go do your job. They want you to stop virtually signaling to them because Asians are not like other races. They don't want your virtual signaling. They don't want your sympathy. They want you to shut up and go back to work and build. So, because everything's about family to them. So, that's what I've seen from most Asian people. Everything is about family. So, all this other crap, don't do it to Asians because they don't care about it. They do not care about it. They're about progress, family, tradition, their culture. So, yeah. And they respect other people's cultures. That's what you will find with Asian people. When they come to your country, a majority of them respect your culture, your laws, your ways. The only problem we had when they first come to Australia is we had a lot of stupid white men here who didn't use their brains. Like when the Vietnamese come here, like I don't know what was parents were teaching their children, but just blatantly being racist towards the Vietnamese for what? Because they're Vietnamese. It was stupid. It was like that's when they made that movie Romper Stomper because that's what it was like. Stupid white people just looking at Asian people and being racist for no reason. It's just like these people have just come from Vietnam from experience like devastation. And the first thing you think about is, I'm poor me, white man. And I'm just like, come on, dudes. Yes, you might have your struggles, but these people just come from Vietnam, where they had the Viet Cong who were, brutally killing people. And then you had America come in and they killed their own people to try and get rid of the Viet Cong. It was a disgusting war. And they come to get away from it in our country. And they met some racist white people, yes. But it wasn't a majority of the people. That's what people don't understand, what the government and media don't push is it wasn't a majority of the people. It was a minority of people picking on Vietnamese people, and white people didn't like it either. It was stupid. Like, they're taking our jobs. What do you mean they're taking your jobs? This was like back in the 70s, just after the industrial boom. So it was a lot of job creations, people were having jobs. Like, it was stupid. But every race has had it. Like, but Asians nearly got killed by Asians. Like, China was nearly overrun by Japan. So it, you know, I'm just saying, if you're gonna give money, get something out of it. I know I'll go on a rant because I like to rant, but man, if you're gonna give a woman money, get something out of it. Treat her how she wants to be treated. If she wants to be treated like an escort, treat her like an escort. It's simple. If she says you got to give me money, you got to buy this, you got to pay for that. Go, okay, you'll give me this, and she'll go, what do you mean? I go, well, you're acting like an escort, and she can go off her head or anything. And go, well, you're doing the principles and fundamentals of an escort. So take it however you want. What do you want to go get coffee and sit down and chat, or do you want to be an escort and get a fancy dinner? Because you are not wife. You are not. There's no ring on your finger. There is nothing there to say we are a couple or a marriage or whatever to make me take you to a fancy restaurant. Fancy restaurants aren't first dates. But if a woman wants to make that a first date, we'll say, guess what's happening after this dinner or in the car or wherever you go. And go, I'm not forking out this much money if you just think you should deserve that. No, I'm getting something out of it. You're acting like an escort, so I'm going to treat you like one. End of story. So men pass it on to the women and women pass it on to women. If you just want to act like escorts, men will treat you like an escort. You're taking me to dinner. Okay, well, guess what? After this dinner in my car, you're blowing me. Whether you like it or not, whether it's dirty or whatever you want. You want money. You want to blackmail me and bribe me. Well, fornication and adultery after. You've already committed the sin at the start by blackmailing and bribe. We just all want to stop because a lot of them, oh, sex, sex, sex. It's like, hang on a second. You're bribing and blackmailing a man. So you're not scot free. So, women, if you want to be an escort, a man will treat you like an escort. If you keep going, you have to buy me this, you have to do that, you're being an escort. If you're just going, yeah, let's go get coffee. Coffee is not expensive. You can sit down at a table, talk, you get to know each other. That's a date. Fancy restaurant is not a date. That's what people who are already together do. If you don't know somebody, why the hell would I take you to something when I don't know you? Why wouldn't I go, okay, let's meet here. I don't know you. We get a coffee. You can get a croissant if you want. I don't really care. And we can talk and say, who are you? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And I hate to say this for deal breakers for most men that come out of a woman's mouth is it's the first thing that you go for in a man is asking about his bank account and his money. That is the first thing that'll turn a man off. He'll be just like, nah, this woman's she's definitely a no. If you're not interested in the character of the man, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Go past the next bit. It'll end quickly. If you're not interested in his character and love his character, it ain't working. You may as well just cut your losses. And I know most men, you just know that I'm telling the truth. If a woman doesn't love who you are as a human, she doesn't love you. She's not interested in you. She doesn't care about you, and it's just like she basically with you for money. She's not with you for you. And why would you do that? That's dumb. That's why a lot of men are single because men have figured this out. If a woman doesn't want to love me, what's the point of being with her? She can go find the person she's in love with. I'm not being that guy who just does whatever. So, um, with um, yeah, I just thought about this because I was sitting there contemplating. I'm going, everyone's talking about giving money or you're this or you're that. And I'm thinking, If men are going to give money, get something out of it. That's all I was thinking about. I go, when I go to the shop and I give money, I get something for it. So that's how I'm seeing it, and I'm going to say it to men. If you're going to give money, you make sure you get something for that money. It's just not thrown away. You get something for that money. Whatever it is, you get something for that money. And you make sure however much it is, you get value for that money. Because anyone who says they're not paying for it is a goddamn liar. And so it wouldn't matter if it's $5, $10, $20, you're all paying for it. Eat a dick. It's just, are you getting something out of it? If you're not getting something out of it, you're an idiot. You're the dumbest idiot ever. I'm getting something out of it. If a woman goes, "You're going to spend a date," and I go, "Well, we're getting busy after," and she goes, "Like, no," and I go, "Well, then we're not going on the date. I don't care." She goes, "Oh, well, that's it." And I go, "You're trying to blackmail me and bribe me to give you money to take you out. So I'm going to tell you this is what's going to happen since you're blackmailing me." And she'll be looking at it, and I go, "I'll play your stupid game, but just be prepared. I've got the brain to match it. You're messing with the wrong dude. If I'm giving you money, you're giving me something. And I don't care what everyone else, all the outside noise says. I don't care. You want money, you better be giving something. Like, I'll give money, you buy food, okay, what have you got? Oh, you got your phone, will pass that over. Okay, I'll take that with me, I'll sell it. What do you mean with food? No, no, if you're not going to give me anything, I'm taking something. There's no freebies. Freebies, no. Your freebies, you can throw out the window. There's no freebies. Freebies gone. It left decades ago. I think it left in the 1960s, freebies. That's when it should have left. Well, men didn't catch up then. Well, we're catching up now. No more freebies. No more freebies for women. And all this boss babe stuff, it'll finish. Give it 10, 20 years, all this boss babe bullshit, it will crash and burn. Because no man, no man is counting on a woman to do anything for him. Whereas women, you're counting on us to do stuff for you. Men aren't counting on you. Anything we count on you is to bear us children, and you don't even do that. Because by the time you want to be with a man, a majority of you got no eggs. So what are we bearing? Dust? That's what the whole point of being here is, to make families. And you women are destroying that. And you wanted it when you all agreed for feminism. You ruined it. When you wanted feminism, you ruined everything. The world has become too emotional instead of just going, hang on, what is the right thing to do? Plus governments and that with their overspending and debt, and it's pretty bad. But men, if you're going to give a woman your money, people can hate me for saying this all you want, but I don't really care. Get something out of it, and say it at the start. Don't be a bitch. Just say it at the start. Just okay. You want to do this? Well, you're giving me this. Well, then it's not happening. Okay, well, good. I found out straight away that you wanted to get something and give nothing. You want to take. Well, not happening. It's not happening anymore. No more freebies for women. Men, no more freebies for women. Stop it. No more. Say at the start when you meet them, what are you giving me? What do you mean? Well, if you want this dinner, what are you giving me? Well, the dinner's only $100. Well, that's $100 less in my bank account. So what are you going to give me? I just look at you and go, just play it back to them. Say, that's my money emptying my bank account. I don't have that money if I give it to you. So you're giving me something so you can shut the hell up with all your, oh, but this and that, because you're not traditional. So all this shit, oh, you got to be a traditional man when you're not a traditional woman. Traditional women didn't have 700 bodies. They didn't go around having their tits and their ass hanging everywhere. They didn't have attitudes. They didn't try and step to men because they know what would happen. Yes, it did happen back in the day. Yes, women used to get slapped back in the day. Because if you step to a man, you got treated like a man. That's how it used to be. And then all of a sudden it all changed. Now it's, oh, you shouldn't hit a woman, but a woman can try and step to a man. Back then, women were told, if you step to a man, you will be treated like a man. You know your role, you know your position. Do not step to a man. And women are stepping to men today more than ever before and wondering why they're getting hurt. You are not men. The media and the government lied to you. You are not men. You don't know how to be a man. You will never be a man. Like I will never know how to be a woman because I'm not one. So you cannot tell me how to be a man or what a man is. We are men, whether we are the strongest or the weakest, we are still men. So all your crap out of your, you're not a man, blah, 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 man up. No, 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 no. You don't know what a man is. You have never experienced what a man is. Like I've never experienced what a woman is. You don't know what it's like to be a man. Okay? You don't. You can think all you want, but you will never know what a man is because none of you women know how to give a man peace. We tell you all the time what a man wants. A man wants peace. That's it. Peace. Let me live my life and give me peace. I do not have to do what you tell me to do. I know what my role is. God has said I am to do this. I am to toil the ground, put a roof over my head, make sure I got food, and if I've got a family, make sure they got food and clothes and shelter. There is nothing in the book that says I have to buy you a $50,000 ring, jewelry, take you on vacations and all that. No, there's none of that. It's just food, shelter, clothing, warmth, family. So I didn't want to say this, but it has to happen. You women, you want money, you're an escort. So men, treat them as they want to be treated. If a woman wants to be treated like an escort, treat her like an escort. No harm, no foul. And when we go, well, I'm not. You are asking for money. You are blackmailing men. So the consequences of the actions are you will be treated as such. You don't get to worm it and spin it to suit your narrative. It, having a dinner date in exchange for money to talk to a woman, to have you there present, you wanted money, you wanted a date, you were asking for something from a man. That's like an escort who asks many money from men if they want to have sex. That's an exchange. So you're telling a man, if you want to go out with me, you have to take me on a date. You have to spend money. That's the same as an escort. If you want to see a woman, you're giving her money. It's exactly the same thing with the dinner dates. There's no difference. Money has to be exchanged to see a woman. That's an escort. Whether you women like it or not, that is the definition. Exchanging money to see a woman. That is being an escort. So, men, treat them as such. If they want to be escorts, treat them as such. If they want to be a traditional woman, they will say, why don't we go on a picnic? Why don't we go on a walk? Why don't we go sit on the ocean and watch the waves and have a chat? You don't have to go have a drink or waste money to talk to each other. So yeah, I'm telling men, no more games. And all them guys, I don't spend it to get it. I'm like, did you buy a coffee for it? Yeah, $5. You still spent money, dude. $5 goes a long way. Because what if $5 plus another $5 and plus another $5, you got $15. And then you're giving it to someone so you haven't got that $15. So best you get something out of it. So you have spent money on a woman. That's why I have never said I'm MGTOW, red pill, blue pill, black pill, any pill. I'm just a human who looks at the truth. And all men pay for women, or they don't go near women. That's the only thing. There's only two options. You don't go near mirror. Don't go. You don't go near. I'll say it again. You don't go near women, and you don't spend money. If you go near women, you're spending money. And I guarantee you, all the MGTOW men will probably say, yes, that's exactly true. If you're going near a woman, you're spending money. If you don't go near a woman, you're not spending money. So it doesn't matter if you're King Kong Ding Dong Chad. In some way or form, you would be giving her something, or she wouldn't go near you. So most of the time with Chad, it's his dick. He's flopping out the ding dong, and she's just can't control herself, and it's over. So he's getting it without even paying for it, but she's still acting like it, like an escort. So, but he didn't have to get the exchange of money. He was just the ding dong, and she couldn't help herself because that's her way. She doesn't have the power to be a woman and just go for one guy, and that's gone. It's all gone. I mean, Chad and Tyrone bang the chicks, but these chicks seem to think that they're going to lock them down. But are they? Are they? You know straight away that they're not trying to lock you down because they're playing with you. They're not being serious. And you don't realise it. Women are so. It's that funny when women say I'm a boss babe and that. And then the men who go and have sex with them will come and talk back to the men like us and say, yeah, I did her. She was so easy to get. And I'm just like, and the same bitch will go up to some guy who's not that confident, who's not like Chad, and she will just rape him through the coals. And then women try and play dumb, and Chad's already talked to her saying, yeah, I screwed her. All it is, I took her out for a coffee. Next thing you know, bang, bang, bang. He still spent money. That's the thing. You all think Chad and Tyrone are not spending money. They're spending money because that's how they play their cards. They do a bit of this, bit of that, and next thing you know, they're in bed with them. And when we say no, 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 bullshit. We all know the Chad and Tyrone talk to other men. You women have got to understand this. This is where we're getting all the information from Chad and Tyrone. They're telling us. Yeah, that chick, she was easy. Oh, yeah, she tells you that she wants you to spend money on her, but I didn't have to spend nothing on her. I bought her a coffee, and that's it. Next thing you know, she's on her knees giving it to me. I mean, you women can sit there and lie all the time, but Chad and Tyrone actually talk about this. They tell us what yous are like because they're screwing all of yous. Like you say, oh no, I mean, no, most years, Chad and Tyrone are telling us that they're smashing us. And if they wanted to, they could go up to you and say and tell you straight to your face, "We smashed, didn't we?" And you'd go, "Oh, yes." So you just can say whatever you want. You know, Chad might not have taken her out to a fancy restaurant, but he got her a coffee or an ice cream, and the next thing you know, he's in between her legs. Like women can say whatever they want, but Chad and Tyrone tell us all the time. Chad and Tyrone actually talk to their mates because they're mates. And they just tell it because they want to make sure their bros don't get hurt by these hoes. Because bros care about bros, whether you actually know this or not. So, but it's the end of that. So, men, if you're going to spend money, get something out of it. If you're going to waste your money, get something out of it. If you're going to, oh, well, I'm wasting, fine, get something out of it. Don't let the woman just treat you like trash and take your cash. No, If you give her cash, make sure you smash and then you dash. I mean, I don't want it that. I wish it was the old way where, well, I mean, back in the old day, they still were like this. It's we've got the internet, so we can catch women out now. Women have been like this for all the time, and it's just no one calls them out for it. That they're escorts. They don't know any other way because that's their way is to blackmail men because they're not strong. They will use whatever skills they have to protect themselves. So they will lie, they'll deceive, they will talk nonsense, and that's what they do. So men play the game back. I want you to do this. Okay, if you want that, you're doing this. All right, and a majority of the time, it comes down to two things: they either like you or they don't like you. If they like you, they'll accept and go, okay, yep, you're giving money, I'll do it. If they don't like you, nah, they'll shame you and everything, and that dinner's done. It won't even exist. But if they like you and they're on a date and they say you're buying dinner, you go, well, you're blowing me after this. Most of the good girls who, if they like you, they'll say, right, fair enough. They won't argue with you. Say, oh, dinner date. Why do you think you get that? They'll say, yeah, no worries. You're buying the dinner date. I like you. Yeah, after this, I'll give it to you. You know, it's just the way it is. People can lie about it all they want, but that's the truth. Most time, if you go to a dinner date, you'll say, okay, you want this dinner date, you're doing this after it. If she likes you, she'll do it. If she doesn't, she won't. And that's a fact. All men know this. We talk about it. Like men will be going, oh, I went on a date, it was shit. You know, she didn't want to do anything. All she wanted was to me to buy everything. So I ended up spending money and the woman was just an asshole. But then you get guys who are like, yeah, at the start of the date, I also said, like, if you want this date, will you do this for me? And she was like, yeah, okay, no worries. And I'm like, that's how you know. Like, we don't sit there and just have to lie about it. So at the start of the date, before you get date, all men, you ask them straight away, you want this date, right? You want this dinner. Well, guess what? You want me to spend that money? You're giving me this. If she says no, you say, okay, we're not doing this date. No, is that all you want? You want money, idiot. You want me to waste my money on you. You're giving me something. I don't want to hear your gentleman trait because you're not a traditional woman. So you don't get the traditional man behavior until you do the traditional woman. So what, you want to be a traditional woman? Okay, well, let's go to the beach. We'll buy some sandwiches and we'll sit there and watch the beach and have a chat. How about that? Oh, but that's not no, that's you wanting money. You wanting all this fancy stuff for money to see how much I got. It's not about love. It's not about nothing. So if you want money, you're giving me something. And you just go, there's your answer. You men have got to play this game. You can't just give away your money for nothing. Just sit there at a restaurant talking nonsense. That's what it is. It's nonsense. Well, what are you going to talk about with a woman? The sun, the coast, the roads. What are you going to talk about football with them? Are you? Bit of cricket, bit of fighting, the stock market. What are you going to talk about with a woman? What kind of conversation do you think you're going to be having? Is it going to be the masculine conversation that you have with your mates? Like, this is why it's not working because men are forgetting the we don't act like women and women don't act like men. We're two different sexes. Like, this is the way it is. So, women, if you want men to give you money, you better be expecting to do something for them. The game is over because you're not ladies, you're not traditional. So men don't have to be gentlemen anymore. We wanted it to be that way, but your feminist brains decided you change it. So you're gonna have to lay in your bed and take it. You're going to have to accept now. If you want money off men, you're giving something. And all the people can say whatever they want, but it's blackmail and bribery to tell a man he has to pay to be with you. So Oh God, two gay dudes. I can't. You just can. Oh, I can't. I was molested when I was a kid. I got no sympathies or sorries for gay people or trans people or lesbians. I will respect you to not come near me, to not force your shit on me, to all that. You want to be gay, fine. Trans, fine. Lesbo, fine. Just don't come near me. Stay away from you. Keep in your space. You stay in your lane. You stay away from mine. And you can live to whatever you want to do. Just keep it out of laws. Keep it out of forcing it. Just keep it out. So keep it out. So yeah, I'm not against. Look, does God say it's bad? Yes, God says it's bad. Me, it's up to Him. But keep away from me. Stop putting it into laws. Stop making it. We have to see your flags and all that. No, you want to keep your flag. Fine, keep your flag. Keep it at your home. Don't push it in my face, or I'll push my fist into your face. Do you understand? Like, don't put it in my face, or I'll put my fist in your face. Okay? You want to be gay and all that? Fine, do that, but leave me that alone. Don't put it in laws. Don't change everything. Stay out of my church, or stay out of the church. Stay out of the cake shop. Okay? If people don't want to do stuff for you, it's not. They're not bad people. They just don't want to put up with your shit. You go to your space where people put up with it, and we will stay in our space. Okay? You want to be that, fine, but we don't want to. People like me don't want it. So don't force it onto me. And I won't force it into you. Like, it's like preaching, right? I stand in the corner, you talk, right? You can either listen or you can walk away. So with your gay stuff, go do it over there and I will stay away. But you don't have to paint it all over the everywhere on the internet. Tell them it's like, okay, you want to do that, fine, but I'm not a part of it. You stay over there, stop forcing it in my face, or I'll force my fist into yours. It's pretty simple. It's like when people I've seen people preaching and people will run up to, don't force that onto me. And it's just like, you just ran over to him. You could have just walked another way. Preaching is for you can hear it or you don't have to hear it. It's not forced. I don't see any of you going up to Coca-Cola and saying, stop forcing your Coca-Cola onto me, or your Fanta, or your DFO, or your McDonald's, or your KFC. I don't see you saying, stop preaching that to me. Stop forcing that to me. You see how stupid you people are when you come at preachers and saying, stop forcing them while we've got Coca-Cola signs, KFC signs, Fila signs, Converse signs, Nike, Myers, casinos. Like, they're allowed to have all their signs and everything, but the preacher can't. And you want to flood the streets with your pride flags. Like, I don't want to see that shit. I'm not interested in it. You're interested in it? Fine, you're interested in it. But guess what? I'm not. That's why I don't go near it. But you don't have to put it so I can't go outside. Like, you're trying to enslave me onto it, force it upon me. Because I tell you what, if you keep forcing this gay shit, I'm going to start punching yous. I don't care. Oh, that's violent. Yes, but you're suffocating my life with your shit. You keep it in your backyard, your bedroom. You don't shove it in my face, or I'm going to shove a fist into your face. Okay? I'm going to hell. Why would I care about your gay pride flag? I believe in Jesus, but I don't deserve heaven, but I will not put up with your shit. Oh, here's my gay pride. Fine, you're gay. Whoopee frickin' do. Go home and deal with your gay partner. Don't force your shit onto me. Stop changing laws. No one cares that you're gay. You care that you're gay. You make it an issue that you're gay. Like, I should care that you're gay. I don't care that you're gay. Shut up about you being gay. Don't make it into laws. Don't push it onto me. I swear. That's a message to you gay people. You want to be gay? Fine. But don't push it in my face. Do not push it in my face. Okay? You want to talk about your gays? Fine. I don't have to listen to it. So I walk away like what you should do when someone's preaching instead of attacking them like an imbecile because you haven't got the brain cells to, oh, I should just turn and walk away. If you have a question, you ask a question. You don't get retarded. It's like if you're gay, and I kind of say, why are you gay? And you tell me that's the answer. Fine, done. That's what you do with the preacher. Why God? Okay, blah blah. Oh, that's what you agree. Fine, good, damn, bang. Not chuck a tantrum like a 2-year-old. That's what I see a lot of people that come up to the people who are preaching. They would chuck the biggest tantrum, and it's like, really? We all have to believe in what you believe, or you chuck a tantrum? And good luck for that. But anyway, I'm gonna cut this up. Praise Jesus.